Hello, and welcome to my presentation on the CSS Box Model. My name is Michelle Church, and I will be narrating this presentation. So, what is the CSS Box Model? It is a model that helps define the spacing around the elements on a page. It consists of the content, padding, border, and margin. Let's explore each of these elements further, beginning with the content. Content is everything that is physically on your page, such as text, images, or other media. With the CSS Box Model, you can apply padding, borders, and margins to every block of content. You can wrap a larger block of multiple elements in a div tag to create a large content block that you can apply these properties to as well. The next element in the CSS Box Model is padding. Padding will space the content away from your border to give space between them. You can designate either a single padding measurement, which will apply to all sides equally, written as padding, 12 pix, semicolon, or you can specify each side clockwise from the top measurement, and those measurements go top, right, bottom, left. So the example is padding, 20 pix, space 10 pix, space 20 pix, space 10 pix, semicolon. You separate each of those measurements with a space in between. Or you can specify a single side to add padding to using padding-left, padding-right, padding-top, or padding-bottom. Let's take a look at this example from the Khan Academy tutorial for the CSS Box Model. With no padding added to the edge of the image and text, they are exactly at the left edge of the page border. This feels cramped on the page and honestly is not very nice to look at. Now take this same example with 6 pix of padding added. It gives breathing room and makes it look less cramped. Next comes the border. The border can be either blank or it can be a physical border around the block of text or an image. Let's look back at this Khan Academy tutorial image. Notice there is a ridged red border around the picture of the cat that looks like a picture frame. There's a dashed gray line around the text box, and there's a thin, solid red line along the page edge. Border properties are written as border, size, space style, space color, semicolon. In this cat example, the cat picture border is written as border, 6 pix, space ridge, space red, semicolon. There are 10 different border styles that are available. None is no border, and it has the color and width are ignored. Or hidden, which is the same as none, but it has different behaviors in the border conflict resolution rules for border collapse tables. Dotted is a series of round dots. Dashed is a series of square-ended dashes. Solid is a single line segment. Double is 2 parallel solid lines with some space between them. The thickness of the lines is not specified, but the sum of the lines and the space must equal the border width. Groove looks as if it were carved in the canvas. Ridge looks as if it were coming out of the canvas. Inset looks as if the content on the inside of the border is sunken into the canvas, and outset looks as if the content on the inside of the border is coming out of the canvas. The last element in the box model is the margin. This gives you a cleared area outside the border, and it is a transparent space. Just as with padding, the margin properties can be written 3 different ways. You can designate either a single margin measurement, which will apply to all sides. You can specify each side clockwise from the top, again, top, right, bottom, left. Or you can specify a single side, such as margin left, margin right, margin top, or margin bottom. To center on a page, you can put at the div, you can put a margin colon auto semicolon, and that'll center it on the page. And no matter the size of the window, the content will remain centered on your page. Back to our Khan Academy tutorial. You can see the image on the left is all against the edge of the page on the left. By adding a margin 15 pixels, you can see the space between the edge of the page and the content has moved over slightly. This makes the page more visually appealing and much more readable. Using CSS Box Model helps to make the page more visually appealing and much easier to read. Thank you for watching my presentation on the CSS Box Model. For you as you begin working with CSS. This page shows a list of the resources that I used for this presentation. Thanks again for watching.